All right, I welcome you to the market formula. This is the technical analysis of the Nigerian stock market. If you are new to this channel, I will like you to subscribe and turn off the notification so that you can be notified every time I drop new video. Yes, this is a community of traders. We are a community of investors in the Nigerian stock market. And why are we here? We are here to spot opportunities early. Okay, so by knowing the right price to buy, right price and time to buy stocks for maximum return. So if you are new and you want to keep enjoying this kind of content, you can follow us. I will be dropping the link to the WhatsApp group in the chat box or in the comment section where you can join our community. Okay, so what are we doing today? Let's look at the market and see what the market did in the month of January. Let's see what we should expect in the month of February. So as we all can see on my chart now, we have the all share index of the Nigerian exchange. And if you know the way we analyze the market here, this is a bullish breakout. And after a bullish breakout, the normal thing that you should expect is that you will see a pullback. Okay, if that's an healthy pattern that you can actually trade. When there is a breakout, it's not usually advisable to jump on a breakout because after a breakout, you can have a pullback, and nobody wants to see their portfolio reading red. That is just the truth of the matter. Nobody wants to see red. We all want to keep seeing grain, and that is the reason we are here. We are here so that we can always be seeing that grain portfolio. All right, so I can see a lot of people already commenting the stock that they are holding and the stock that they are planning to buy in the month of February. And the month of February is very unique because we after a pullback, after a breakout, I said we can expect a pullback. But let me just go through what some people are having. RC Bisco, Nemet, yes, mutual benefits. Those are the stocks that some people are holding. Oh, you are joining from Canada. You're welcome from Kano. Yes, yes, you're welcome. Champs. I think Champs is good to hold. Anyway, Tantalizer Homatech. These are stock for the Homatech one. I don't know how far the price can keep going after this big breakout in the month of January. I don't know if anybody will be interested to buy, and I'm not sure I can analyze the price now because at this current price that I'm seeing is a strong breakout. And if you ask me, if you know, you can correct me please in the chat box or in the comment section. What is even responsible for this move in this Homatech stock? If you know and you think that this price is actually justified, yes, you can go ahead and keep holding. But for me, I think by now you should be planning your exit in that particular stock. How's Aradel? Good to know. Good to know. These are stocks that some people are holding. Some are holding based on my recommendation in the past, and some are holding maybe they bought before. Let me know in the comment section what you are holding, or preferably what you are planning to hold in the month of February. Let's go to the chart. So the month of January is here, and you can see that the body of this candle is almost the size of the body of this, almost the size of this body, almost the size of this body, almost the size of everything that is happening here. What is telling us is that the volatility in the market now is almost moderate. It's not too volatile. If it's too volatile, take for instance, if you look at all these candles now, these are small candle, almost the same size, but see this big one. See that this candle body is bigger than all these ones that I'm seeing there. So you will say that this candle that happened in the month of January 2024 is actually a decisive move. And you can see that since this happened, it has been the one pushing price up. Let's do one thing and let's project how far this price can go from the 3 months chart. 3 months chart is my master direction. That's what gives me the general direction of the market. 3 months is the quarter. So that quarter, I always pay attention to it. That's the first thing I check, especially when the month is closing. I want to check how did it close, the month close, relative to the quarter. So that will determine whether the momentum is still intact, and different other things that we look at. Let's put a Fibonacci retracement on the candle that is already closed, which is the month of October, November, and December. I'll put a Fibonacci here. Let's project into the future. Currently, the price is at 1.618 extension. So if this level is broken, which was broken on the monthly, if I come here on the monthly, you can see that it's already broken. So the next level we are targeting is going to be 2.618 extension, so which is around 180. Let's just say round figure 180. This is 180. See, almost at 180. Okay, that is the resistance. That is where I'm projecting that the month of February will, if not touch it, will almost touch that level. The month of February. Okay, at what point will the market, we can say, the market wants to change direction? That is when we have a bearish close below this level. The level is here. If we see a bearish close below 143,000 basis points, what is going to happen is that it's going to sit inside this liquidity zone. And you know what liquidity will do? It will always, we will see that there will be some support around here. The market will quite look for some support before bouncing back up. Let's now do one thing. Let's see what happened on the weekly. Let's see what happened on the weekly. And mind you, this fair value gap that is very minute here, I don't see this as a very strong support anyway. But going forward, if markets should dip lower, if it dips into maybe 143,000, I should see some support for this market. But if it's going to extend, it's going to extend to like around 180. And some analysts are already projecting that this market will extend to 200,000 basis points. But that is not, let's just keep watching. We are not to predict, we are to react. We are reacting to market information, we are reacting to price action, we are reacting to price movement. We are not predicting it. That's why I always recommend that you wait for the month to close. If you are going to analyze the market on the weekly, you need to be paying attention to the closed weekly candles. And if you come here and see performance till date, you will see that last week the market lost marginally, 0.02%. That's minus 0.02% was lost last week. But for 1 month now, the market gained 6.67%. This is the average performance of the stock of a stock on the Nigerian exchange. So how does this apply to your portfolio? If your portfolio is already doing above 6%, above 10%, that means you have already outperformed the market. That's what it means. That means you are really doing well. So if your portfolio for the month of January did lower than this 6.6%, then you are performing lower than the market, and you need to learn more. That's why I've put together expert Q&A. Expert Q&A is actually where you can learn more. One, you learn from other people, you learn from other investors, you hear their questions, you see how I provide technical analysis support for their stock, and even from their own questions, we see trades that we trade in that community. And you will agree with me, people that are already a member, that the community is growing, and the Lord is helping us. All right, but this meeting that we're having now, the next time we are going to have it is going to be the first Sunday in the month of March. This is the general meeting. This is the general class that we hold. All right, I think that should be all for the market. That's the whole share index of the Nigerian exchange. So what else do you need me to talk about? I think it's fine for now. But if you look at it very well, again, let me just pay attention to the weekly for a second. Because last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks, you can see the most important bullish candle. So this is the most important bullish candle on the weekly. And if you see where is the origin that caused this breakout now, you can say that okay, maybe here, or ideally I would have used here, because that is the last bearish candle before this move up. So here is actually important. Then the second most important bearish candle is actually here. So we are actually looking at these two levels for support. So even if this weekly candle closes below here and enter into this liquidity, most likely is going to find support around here. For as long as this level is holding, okay, as long as it's holding, this is still, the breakout is a possibility. But let's say the market now close, something happened and it causes it to close like this, for instance, then the breakout or the continuation of this pattern is a low probability. Is a low probability. So this is what we don't want to happen. That is that. So the stock that we are going to be looking at today, I actually want to look at SUNU. But if anyone knows what is happening in SUNU, you can tell me. But we will look at it also. But I'm not too very comfortable with that trade. I'll show you why. I'll look at SUNU and I'll also look at international breweries. For SUNU, my challenge is with their result. Their result was mixed. And okay, I did something. I just hacked AI. I uploaded it and said, okay, help me dissect this result. What do you think? And after doing everything, I said, okay, do fair value. No, I said fair. Do fair value. Yes, it's fair value of this particular stock, and it's telling me that the fair value of this stock is actually trading, it should be trading around maybe 2 naira something, less than 3 naira, and currently the price is around 4 naira. So what it means is, what if this price still come down? And if you look at the chart, let me go to the chart of SUNU before but if I have to pick between SUNU and international brewery, I think I'll pick international brewery over SUNU. But those are the two stocks we are going to analyze. Let me know in the comment which stock you are planning to buy. All right, just let me know. I'm planning to buy this. If I can still take that in the chat box, in the comment. All right. Okay, so let's look at SUNU first before international brewery. International brewery, yes, we analyzed it at a time, and it's still, price is still within the buy zone. So I always tell people, when I see price at when I see good stock at a good price, I say this is an opportunity to hold the stock. This is an opportunity to actually take position in the stock. So when we look at it on the 3 month chart, let me show you what happened, why I'm not too very comfortable. Okay, for the 3 months, you will see that the most important candle low is here, which is too far, but we have a fair value gap, which is here. This fair value gap is going to act as a liquidity for the buy side. So this is buy side liquidity on the 3 months. So already price is sitting on support. If you are comfortable with buying SUNU, please, you can go ahead. Their result is my concern. But I've come to realize in this market that news does not move price. It is the market that we interpret what in the news we mean. I've seen uh, news that we thought that is going to make the stock to go down. They said, okay, they are diluting their shares and all that. And at the end of the day, price did not fall. It even gained. It started gaining. So what was the difference? What makes the difference? It's because market interpreted it the other way. So if the market interpreted the news as being bullish, even when you are looking at it as being bearish, it's going to be bullish. And what is the market? Who are the market? Who are the people we are talking about? They are actually different investors all over. So they can choose to interpret that news in these different ways, So what is happening here now is that SUNU is now trying to retrieve from this 3 months fair value gap. So at what point will I be comfortable with SUNU and say this SUNU is going to hit back this high? One, I need the 3 months candle to close above 6 naira. That's on 3 months. If that happens on 3 months, fantastic. I'll tell you to just go and relax. This stock is most likely going back to the previous high of 10 naira 75 kobo. Let's step it down to the monthly. So what is happening on the monthly? You know, I said This is my most important bullish candle on the monthly. And since this happened, let me clear this. Since this candle happened, whatever made that candle to happen is still in this market because it's still holding the price of the stock. You see that market only came down, dipped into the low, and went back up. So if SUNU this February, let's say it just quickly dips low into this fair value gap, I will even tell people to buy more. If it dips low, let's say something like this within February, around 3 naira, around there about, I'll tell you to buy because it's going to spike back up. That is one thing that I'm looking at. The other thing that I'm looking at is if you look at this bearish candle, you see that it closed slightly lower than this bullish candle. And what happened immediately? There was another bullish candle that engulfed this. So what it means is that this is going to be a valid swing point. The close here. So if this market, if this price can dip into this zone of 4 naira 50 kobo, of 3 naira 86 kobo, 85 kobo, is a good buy. Is a good buy. The month of January did not close bullish. It's still a bearish month. But if you look at it very well, it was a bearish month. But if you look at it, you see that there's a retracement under. You see that there is a retracement under. So if the month of February can have a bullish continuation of this, and we see a close above this level of 5 naira 55 kobo, if that happens, then it's going to expose the 3 months price that I said we need the market to close above, which is 6 naira. If it happens like that, then we'll go and relax, and this would have been a very perfect trade. That is for SUNU. So let me look at international breweries. International brewery is still a good buy. Yes, it's still a good buy. No, before international brewery, let's look at SUNU. There's something I did not bring out. For SUNU, there's still something that I want us to look at. After looking at the monthly, let's look at the weekly and see what happened. So on the weekly, what did we see? We saw that last week, you see that it was a bullish candle. After these levels, let me clear this so that we can see it clearly. After this, where's the bearish most important candle? The bearish candle that has the close, the lowest close, which is here. So what is happening here? After this candle closed above it, we had a pullback. This is a breakout. This is a pullback, and we are about to have a continuation. This level now is the liquidity zone. So if you are buying now, let's say you are able to buy, the first target you are going to target is around this 7 naira, because this is sell side what's it called, sell side internal liquidity. So you need this place to clear, before you can explode here. But at times when market price is moving, it doesn't give us clue. Just buy and hold till the end of the month. So if you buy this week, hold it till the end of February, see what is going to happen to this candle. If the candle continues and confirm every of the confirmation that we need, then I will tell you to hold and hold it to that final target. So on the weekly is a good entry also. So monthly, good entry; weekly, good entry. So what are you waiting for? If you are comfortable with this trade, you can go ahead and take it. By the way, this is just for educational purpose. It's not an investment advice. So if you really want to invest, I think the best thing for you to do is to consult a financial advisor to guide you further. So let's look at international brewery. Why I'm looking at international brewery? Because on January it was a doji. So let's look at international breweries. January formed a doji. Let's look at it from the 3 month chart. On the 3 month chart, you will see that, let me clear all this. Okay. What is actually sending this price back is this internal liquidity, this sell side liquidity. And look at this thing very well. After this candle here. After this big candle, let's project it. This candle. What did we see? We saw a retracement to 50% Fibonacci. After this doji, we saw a 50% Fibonacci retracement, and this one formed a high wave candle. What are you telling me? In the next 3 months, if this thing should end up being a bullish candle, it will break all these things. Because it's telling me that the momentum that caused this move is still in this market and is about to take it back where we still have a lot of room for this stock. Before you can even be thinking of maybe sell on this time frame, you are looking at this side. So you are looking at around 28 naira 40 kobo. So buy this stock, hope for 28 naira 50 kobo in the next 3 months. Let's see whether it's going to get there. If it doesn't get there and there is no sell signal, then we still hold it for the next 3 months. That is the 3-month analysis. Let's look at the monthly analysis. For the monthly analysis, what are you waiting for? I don't need any other confirmation in this. This is my internal liquidity, which is a fair value gap. Here, what happened after this? You saw this, all this bearish candle. After this one, you now saw this big bullish candle close almost like the height of this first bullish candle, which we will consider as our most important bullish candle on the monthly. To me, this is like a double top. And after that, you now saw a small doji above this level. The only thing that is sending this price back is just this. If the month of February can be able to close inside this like this, and we just saw something like this, then it's good news. It will expose first level 1.618, but for me, I will say, okay, maybe hold it. It's going to break 1.618. Let's target 2.618 Fibonacci extension. And this is the second trade I'm looking at for the month of February. If you don't have the stock yet, or you buy and you have planned to buy more, mark my word, I say you have planned to buy more. To make to be successful as a trader in any market, you need a plan. It starts from a plan. It's like building a house. If you are building a house and you don't have a plan of what you want to build, you will be confused at the time, because you will build and you know, let the kitchen be here. No, oh, let's change it like this. Let's change it. Oh, let's take sitting room here. You will be confused at the time because you don't have a plan. But as a trader, if my entry is that, okay, I bought some and I will buy more, because my strategist already told me, or my plan already told me, I'm just buying little. I want to see price action. I want to see price movement for the month of January. Whatever happens will give me confidence whether this thing is going up or it's not going up. If I have to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 now, I will say that the probability that this is going up is like 8, because it's getting clearer that it wants to go up. So the month of February is going to be a very important month. And by the time we are finishing or we are ending the first quarter, then this trade would have been very, very clear where it wants to go. And if you have checked the patterns in this pattern was in Haradale, was in Ella Lake, was in Champions Brewery, was in Cabri. Yes, was so many ones that played out like this, and their prices are already hitting here. So what will make this a different case? And he's already showing us the sign. Price will not tell you; it will give you a clue of what is going, where it's going, but by the time everybody knows where it's going, it's always too late. So my advice or my own recommendation, based on the way I analyze the market, based on the way I read the chart, this trade is still a good buy. So I'm going to read your chart now. I want to read your chart and see if I can pick one more trade to close for tonight. I'm going big. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's what I'm expecting. So if I have to analyze, if there's one stock that you want to buy in the month of February, let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the chat, and I will pick it up and I'll just do that analysis and we go. Okay, HM call. That's the first one I saw, and I'm going to analyze it because I bought the stock. So HM call. So I like it because it's also forming the pattern that I like. And HM call is already confirmed that it's going up. Although we have too many weak around here, we have so many resistance to battle with. Yes, so market needs enough momentum to push through this liquidity because this is sell side liquidity. So the sellers here may be pushing it back down. And we also have too many weeks. Too many weeks. This is weak, this is weak, this is weak, this is weak, this is weak. But is this a value swing? Yes, because the most important bearish candle is already closed. This candle, the month of January, closed above this most important bearish candle. Yes. So what it's telling us is that this is a valid swing. So this is how to play this kind of movement. If this plays out the way it's supposed to play out, we are looking at maybe like what percentage of return now? Maybe to here, maybe like 35% return, conservative return, and if it's able to hit back to this high, that's 43% return. So this is how to approach it. Because this candle is the candle that gave a buy signal, I will expect a pullback because it's the first candle that is closing above it. So in the month of February or March, anytime you are looking to buy, if this stock can come down to inside this box again, inside this box, and the zone of that box is 4 naira 23, 4 naira, 4 naira, between 4 naira, 4 naira, anything around here is your buy zone. So from here, let's say we bought here, and the month another candle now close above here, that is a bullish continuation of here, then it has confirmed this support that this stock wants to go back up. And if it's going to go back up, the first resistance is going to be here. I need it to close above 4 naira 71 kobo. You see that he almost touched it and came back. Let's look at the 3 months and you will see what is happening there. Okay, on the 3 months, it's not very clear. But what is actually happening here is when I see a bearish continuation candle, I want to see the origin or the low, not the low, the opening of that candle. So if I say this is my most important bearish candle, so this is another candle that is important. I will say this is my second most important bearish candle. So it also acts as resistance. That's why this candle went inside here and came back up. So if you have the stock, what I will advise is just take some partial profit here first and now wait for the month to end. If the month end and is able to clear out this level, then is a confirmation that it wants to expose back all this high, either here or here. That is how to ride this trade. All right, I think that should be all. Or do we have anyone? Can I take one more? Okay, someone is asking if I can
Yes,
take
deep cap, please. Deep cap, please.
Deap Cap. All right, let's see Deap Cap, and that will be the last for today. For Deap Cap, okay. So for Deap Cap, the way this is, Deap Cap would have already hit our target because of here. This is the entry zone. So for this candle to now be big like this, two things can happen. Okay, look at what happened here. See the bullish continuation I was telling us that happened. See the bullish most important candle. Immediately you see a candle close above it, what it means is a breakout. I take it as a breakout instantly. So it hits here, it broke it and started going up. So how far can it go? Let me go to the 3 months and analyze the move. It's already overextended. To be honest, it's already overextended. So whatever I'm doing now, I know, let's say, so if I'm doing this, so if I have projected this move, I would have projected it to around here, maybe 3 naira 29 kobo, 3 naira 30 kobo. But now it has broken it and started going as far as here. And we now had retracement here. So this retracement is not enough for me to buy. I won't say you should buy here because at this level, this candle is now the most important bullish candle on the monthly, this candle. So where you will start considering buying will be around 50% of this move, which is here. If we are going to buy, maybe around here you want to buy conservatively. Any trade around here is very, very risky. Although it can keep going up, but it's a risky trade, which I will not advise you to take. So if you have it, what you can just do, take partial profit if you have not done so before, around 11 naira 50 kobo or thereabout. Then now wait for markets to see what he wants to do at this level. On the weekly, this candle is still the most important bullish candle on the weekly, and we still have fair value gap here. So if you are thinking of buying, then you say, okay, I don't want to miss this opportunity, maybe from here also around 7 naira you can look to buy some, just buy some, because this thing can still come down low. I can show you what happened in this pharmaceutical company, name it. I just want to show you what happened. See what happened after this breakout, and you will be thinking that you are riding opportunity 16 naira, you are still there. See what sudden thing that stock now dropped from 16 naira, it dropped to 9 naira 80 kobo. All right, that is my own take on Deap Cap. Except you have another reason why you are buying. If you have another reason for buying or holding it, fine. But based on technical analysis and what I'm looking at here, if you want entry, maybe around 7 naira. If you are very aggressive, that's it. But if you are conservative, me, I will want 50%, at least 50% retracement. All right. Okay, I can see one hand raised. Okay, you can go ahead and speak, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I have two questions actually.
Okay.
So the first question is the video, is it something that you are going to upload that we can download at the end of the
Yes,
session?
yes, it's going to be
All
uploaded
right.
and downloaded.
On YouTube, right?
Yes, on YouTube. Yes.
All right. So the second question I want to ask is actually regarding livestock.
Oh,
Even though I don't know if, okay, so even I'm not too sure if they've released their result.
okay,
Um, so I try to do some analysis on the stock, technical analysis actually.
okay.
So at the end of the day, I want to confirm if at because it closed around 6 naira
16 and
30
30.
kobo,
Mm,
yeah, as at Friday. So is it, and I'm looking at based on
technical.
your video that I watched,
Okay.
is it advisable at that level to buy? Because looking at the way I did it, I see like at 6 naira or 6 naira 25 kobo, that's the best price, the best position to enter into the trade. So I need your advice in that regard.
Okay. So I will just quickly do the analysis on that. Okay, let me explain something that happened here now. You see the first trade I explained for international brewery. International brewery is somewhere around here now. So you see what played out here. So what that is what I'm expecting in an international brewery also. Let me now explain what is happening in livestock field. So for livestock field, after a breakout, I always say market can pull back. Look at this candle here. This is the most important bullish candle. When it was going up here, mark the body. Price will find it very hard to break. But as soon as it breaks it, it might want to come back and use it as a support. So as it's breaking it now, the candle that broke it, which candle broke it? This one. So I'll mark the body of that candle also. This candle here is the bullish continuation of this. So this and this, they are very important, but where they overlap is actually more important. So if I'm going to enter this trade now, my best entry will be anything maybe inside here, around 4 naira, around 5 naira, this zone. Let me put line there so that we can see between here, 5 naira 45, and here. That would be the best price to enter this stock. But markets sometimes, or most of the time, doesn't give us that best price. So let's step it down to the monthly and see what is happening there. What sent price back here on the monthly? What did you notice? There is a seller's pressure here, a fair value gap that which is an internal sell side liquidity. So what we will do is we'll mark the body of this. That's the monthly analysis now. I need a close above here for it to expose back this high. The monthly candle needs to close above here. So as far as it has not happened like that, you see this retracement is so much. It went so high and they push it back on the monthly. This stock can still come down low. That's on the monthly. We now step it down to the weekly, where we want to pick our analysis from. So picking my analysis or picking my entry from the weekly, you will see that the most important bearish candle here was this. This is just for entry. I've already built my narrative from higher time frame. This is just for entry. See, if this stock dip back into this fair value gap here, this buy side pressure, we will take it. We will take the trade inside this zone. We'll take the price trade inside that place, which is here. So if this stock come down to this low, buy some. At current price, if you are a risk taker, is a good price. You can buy. It's even 630, 625, any price around here you can buy. As far as it's still within here. At what point will you panic and say, okay, maybe this thing wants to keep going down low? I need a close, bearish close below here. And even if it closes below here, remember we still have this fair value gap that sent price back when it came down here. So I will prefer a close below here for my entry. So if it comes down like that and enters into here, we'll buy. We'll buy. So at current price, livestock feed is a good buy. Is a good buy based on technical analysis. I will prefer that you also do your due diligence and we look for best opportunity. Let me look at the risk reward. Livestock feed risk reward. Let's say you risk 20% on this trade and your first target is going to be, let me show you the first target. Okay, first target is that price has to close above here. So if it has to close above here, then you can first target around here. If it has to close above here, you see it touched that price, came back down. So let's say 16%. Risking 20% for 16%, you see that it's like 50-50. So we might not want to take 50-50 trade. But if this trade works out the way it should by monthly close above here, this monthly most important candle, which is here at, let's say 7 naira. If that happens, then higher probability price might hit back this high, which is 50%. And I think that trade is a good risk reward trade. So this is my own take on this. This support is not holding yet. It's still very weak. So if you are coming in, just buy some, buy little, and see what the market will do to close the month of February. I always emphasize that you wait for the month to close so that you actually know what actually happened in that monthly candle. I hope this is clear. That is how far we can go in this video, and hope to see you again next month. Next month, first Sunday of the month, we are going to have another meeting like this. If you want to be on Zoom with us, you can join by clicking the link in the description. It will take you right into the WhatsApp group where we'll meet, and you will enjoy a lot of things that we are sharing there. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video if you find anything in this video useful. Until next week, next month, when we meet again. All right, I wish you all a very profitable February. Bye for now.